Camila, hello.
Hi, Brew.
So good to see you.
It's so good to see you. We've never met before, huh?
We met one time.
Okay.
It was in
Tell
Detroit.
me about it.
So I was in Michigan. It was my first radio job ever. I was probably 18.
You were
and it was like a
18?
meet
Wait,
and
how old
greet
are you
for
now?
radio people. I'm 27.
Me too.
So yeah, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
It was like a radio thing. You were in Detroit. It was for Never Be the Same. It was
early days.
yeah.
Then. So it was
the picture's
first
great. I'll have
album.
to show you because I still have it. Just because it was like my first. You're one of the first artists I met. It was like my first big market radio job. So
How
you get
was
to
I?
you were great.
That's
you were
good.
so much smaller than I thought. Because I'm pretty tall, so you were like here.
Do I still?
You grew.
I grew.
A
Okay,
couple
yeah.
inches at least.
No, I feel like I did. I look at pictures of myself when I was that age, because I was probably 18
Yeah.
or something like that too. I was really.
Had no idea.
It's very small looking.
Crazy to think about that too. Like, you ever think about being 18 in that moment you're doing? I was at the Fillmore, so I mean, it's a lot of people, and
I mean, I honestly, I'm like, because my sister's 17. She's about to turn 17. And I'm like, I can't believe I was 17, 18, doing Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Performing at Madison Square Garden.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. I mean, and also just I don't know, I feel like you're just so nervous generally when you're 18.
You'd think.
Just add that layer.
But also then you're almost
no wonder
unaware.
I was such a mess. Yeah.
Right? You're blissfully unaware. You're yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this. And
I wasn't, honestly.
No?
I wasn't unaware. I was really I'm going to do my best, but holy shit.
yeah,
This is
absolutely.
fucking wild.
Well, you did great. It was such a good show.
Yeah.
And I always remember that. You're one of the first artists I got to meet. So
I love that.
it was a blast. And here we are now, 2024. How's the year been?
Oh my God. This has been, I think in hindsight, it'll go down as one of the best years of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great start. What, 3 months in?
Yeah. I mean, this whole last year and a half, I've, just been in the studio and making the album with El Guincho and Jasper and Bart, my engineer. And it's just been so fun. It's just been really, really fun. I've had the best time of my life. We had the best time making it, and now for it to start going out into the world and get some energy back from people is so cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole goal,
Yeah.
of course. I Love It is the song that's out right now. How do you feel about it?
Well, goddamn, I love it. What can I say?
It was obviously good. What makes it a first song to put out in a while?
I think the energy of this whole project is very being bold and taking risks and kind of being unpredictable and kind of just pushing, I don't know, pushing my own boundaries and uncharted territory. And I feel this song is it's the perfect first thing because I don't feel people expected, I don't know, for me to do that. There was some confusion, there was some hatred even.
Whoa.
But I think it's people were whoa, what is this? And that's exactly the reaction that we wanted.
Yeah. Do you mean sonically? It's something different than what you've ever done?
Sonically, even lyrically, it's a lot of my songs before, because I'm so, songwriting is so important to me, and I love songwriters. I've talked a lot about Taylor or Lana or whatever, and just even having a hook where it's just 3 words repeating over and over and over again, it's new for me, and embracing that repetition, and also just being influenced by a lot of rap and hip hop, just I think made me kind of paint with different brushes. So yeah, I feel sonically, lyrically, with the music, and then also just visually,
Yeah, totally.
changing. I don't think I was blonde the last time I saw you.
Oh my gosh,
bro.
speaking of unpredictable, how do you feel about, you've had the blonde hair for a little bit now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about having it so far? You loving it?
It's interesting because I feel in the beginning I had moments where I would be oh my God, I love it, and then I would look at pictures of myself and I'd be did I just make a terrible mistake? Do I look ugly? So I would kind of go back and forth, and now I'm really oh no, I love this shit.
Yeah.
I love it, and I also feel it's perfect for this chapter and for the music. I feel I needed to shake it up a little bit.
Yeah, back to the song real quick. I was interested in the chorus that you mentioned, using those words. Was there any other words that you thought of for that, or what made it, I love it, it just was stuck in your head?
Well, I we were in Miami and we were listening to a lot of Playboi Carti actually. And Jasper kind of played those 4 chords and I loved them. And we were actually thinking of we had a bulk of songs like for the album. We were like kind of starting to dream up like the track list, and we were like, what would be like the first song on the album? And that's when we were listening to a lot of Playboi Carti, and he did those chords, and it sounded like what would be the first song of the album. And I was super inspired, and I like got in the booth and I started kind of trying some stuff. And the first thing was literally supersonic in your orbit, na-na-na, ba-da-da-da. And I kind of did the verse, and I saw the guys like going crazy from outside the booth, and I was looking at them and I was like, yeah, I love it. And then they were like, holy shit, that sounds so good. Because I guess the tune, like, maybe, like, put the note to a
Like you
note.
hit the note without knowing it?
Yeah, like, I was
love it.
speaking.
Yeah.
I was speaking, but the tune probably, like, you know, made it sound kind of like what it sounds like now. And they're like, keep saying that. So I was like, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, whatever. And then, so yeah, it was like a happy accident.
Wow.
It really was like such a, like, I love the kind of, like kinetic energy of that song because it was made in that way. It was very like
Organic.
yeah, me looking at them and being like, I love it, and
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. It was so cool.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took that long because you do say that. Like, I love it. And I'm surprised it took this long to get a song with those
I know,
words, you know?
I know.
But it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
How has it been to see the fan bases collab between yours and Cardi? I feel like it's an interesting group. Like, have you
I know.
seen them two interact?
I have. I love. I mean,
I
oh
love
my
it.
god, literally take that should be a drinking game. Honestly.
Yeah. Take a shot.
I mean, I feel like I had seen like on my algorithm on my For You page, there's so many like Cardi videos and like Cardi fans that show up on my For You page, and I just like love how hard they go for him. And I feel like my fans do the same for me. So I feel like when fan bases have that quality, like when they're together, it's like it's so fun to
Yeah.
watch because they're both like super passionate.
Exactly. I was gonna say same levels of passion, but like different, you
Yeah.
know, almost genres. So it's so
Totally.
fun when they get together.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
totally.
hey, we like you guys.
Totally.
Talking about being unpredictable. This music video looks so much fun. How was shooting that? And when I watched it, it felt like was it almost like self-sabotaging in a theme, or how would you explain that vision?
Ooh, that's a great thought. I've never thought about it as self-sabotaging, but more kind of like this complex feeling of like loving the pain of something or loving the messiness of something or loving the chaos of something, like really kind of like finding the beauty in that part of our humanity. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
maybe it is like, I don't know. I've personally never enjoyed self-sabotaging. It does
I
kind of
hope
feel
not.
shitty. But maybe there is a part of you that sometimes is like in a weird, like twisted way likes it. And like that's fun to explore too.
Yeah,
So maybe that is a part of it.
maybe.
Yeah.
It looked like you really like drinking gasoline. What was that?
It was like some disgusting watered down like apple juice.
Okay,
It was
ginger ale
gross.
maybe.
I was like, is this wine? They were like, no. I was like,
oh,
That's
why
a
couldn't it
bummer.
be? You
That's a
know,
bummer,
it
yeah.
looks like gas.
totally.
Kind of.
But the music video was really fun. It gave me the same adrenaline that you see on the video or like you hear in the song
Yeah.
because those like dogs, like I was gonna say those crazy dogs,
Dogs.
those crazy
I
dogs.
think I mentioned the wrestler. I was like, man, she had you in a real headlock.
She did, but that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like we all need to just like wrestle it out with somebody.
Oh yeah.
Every now. I mean, I feel like boys do that
Anyways, yeah.
anyways, but I don't feel like that's like in girl culture as
It's a
much.
weird second nature thing. You just start grappling someone.
No, yeah, I know. It's
As a
like a
guy.
little homoerotic. It's cool.
Okay.
But
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
now I'm thinking about myself.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But anyway, it was fun.
Yeah, but anyway.
It was fun to wrestle. The being chased by dogs was it was scary because sometimes they would like I could feel their little paws catching up to me. I don't know these dogs,
Yeah.
you know, and like being on the palm tree was scary because I feel like my mom kind of freaked me out because she was so scared. It was a little scary.
It was an adventure.
Yeah.
It was a whole journey.
Yeah.
I love it.
Shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Take a shot.
Well, so happy you're back with this song. Being away for a little bit, what's like the number one thing you like to do when you're kind of stepping away from music? Or do you always feel like you're in it mentally?
No. I mean, the past couple years, maybe past year and a half, I feel like I'm always, it's not even music, but I feel like I'm always like into not in like in a pretentious way, but I just love like consuming art. Like I feel like it just makes you a better person, even if you're not an artist. So I love like seeing like the latest sick films or classic films, or reading like amazing novels, or, you know, listening to like classic albums or whatever. Like I feel like that just makes your taste better and just makes you kind of, I don't know. Like I love that even for my growth as a person. But I think that does end up feeding into the music anyway. So I think so. I think I am kind of almost like always like in it, but then there's definitely times where I'm like, I just want to go and I don't know, like be in nature, or like go like, I don't know, watch like an old like Disney Channel original movie with my friends, and like drink wine and have pizza, and like not do anything for artistic growth or creative growth or personal growth. Like I just want to like be stupid, be an idiot.
It's like that recharging, right?
Yeah.
Those things that refuel you.
I think that's really important for sure.
Absolutely. Well, talking about putting this song out first, like why you chose that one, it's kind of like that too, I feel, with social media. So when you wipe your Instagram clean, I feel like that's so stressful. Is there...
I love it.
You love it?
Can't say that anymore.
No.
I enjoy it.
Like I'm nervous.
Like
I like it like that. To post one post, like I'm nervous about it. When you have like 66 million people watching, like what kind of is the vision there for like putting something out for a new era, I guess?
Well, I think my fans know that I am like a
Cryptic.
What?
Cryptic? I was gonna say like.
Oh, interesting.
No,
well,
that's not what you're going.
I'd like to be for sure, but a lot of times I post and then I'll delete, or I'll be like, I don't know. I get a little messy sometimes on my social media, but I don't know. I guess like the vision for me is like, it's actually pretty easy because it's just like the world of the album, which I wish I could say the album title, but I can't. Sorry. But yeah, to me, it's just like whatever feels like that world.
Yeah.
And then anything besides that, I put it on my close friends.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You got a close friends?
No, I'm too nervous. I would make a mistake and post something to the public.
I feel that. Sometimes
You know?
sometimes I've definitely been like, holy shit, did I
Has
just
anyone
post
pranked you or they texted you like, why'd you post that? And they didn't. That's the thing.
That person would be evil, Satan incarnate.
Yeah. It'd just be awful.
Yeah, it'd be
It's
awful.
I'm too
That's
nervous.
crazy.
But I'm not on a lot of them. But I love when I see the green. I'm like, oh, they thought of me to add to that
I know,
list.
you feel so special.
So special.
Yeah, it's so true.
It's such a special relationship with your fans too. Like, how do you feel
They're the
about
best.
the like detective work? They're sleuthing. They're so good
Yeah.
at like figuring stuff out. Have they ever figured something out? You're like, how?
I think they got a ways to go before they do that.
Okay.
But I love that they do that. Like that makes me so happy because I feel like there's nothing better than. I just remember like in my youth,
Back in our day.
in my young days. But like when I was younger, like I don't know, maybe like 11 to 16 or something. Like when I was like hardcore, like fanning, like I was like chronically online.
Totally.
There's like no better experience than being a fan of somebody and like just, you know, like, I don't know, like they're going to release something and you're like, oh my God. And these pictures of them come out. Like it's so fun. So
Yeah.
I love when I feel like I'm giving that experience
Just to be a part
to
of something,
them.
you know, too.
Yeah, I know. It's so fun.
Be hunting something. It's like an Easter egg hunt.
It's so fun. And there really is like, there's like, it feels like there's like so much love, you know? Like it feels like just, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so excited to see what's to come next.
I was about to say, I love it, but I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I want to know the count. We'll go back and count them. I heard this question earlier this week, and it's kind of stuck with me, so I'm curious what your answer would be to it.
Okay.
What is something you've done once that you would just never do again?
Wow. What's your answer? I'm curious.
I was just telling her it was
me.
way more PG. It was some guy at a grocery store. You know, they give out samples.
Yeah.
He fooled me as a kid. It was rice pudding, and he's like, "You'll never eat normal ice cream again." And I ate it, and it had that vomit consistency, and I'll never again.
Why would he ever set up rice pudding like that?
I'm sure the store put him up to it,
Like
or like his job. He was a good salesman.
He set it up as like, this is better than, like, this
That's
is
what
like
he told
ice
me.
cream.
A poor kid at like the age of 8, and it scarred me. I've never had it again. Never will.
That's crazy.
It could be good, but it wasn't then.
I'm trying to think of like, what's one thing you've done that you would never do again?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things. I'm
Of
just
course.
Trying to, you know, like censor it down to.
Let's do the close friends one. No.
I know. Honestly, is this show like PG-13?
Oh yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Great.
I mean, we can
Okay.
always
Okay.
G it up later.
Okay. My first thought was, as a girl, not peeing after you do the do.
Oh, because that's like a health thing, for sure.
Like, because.
No, that's a good one. That's like a PSA.
Yeah, honestly.
You know?
I don't know, because it can just,
Been there, done
things
that.
can happen after that are very painful.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was the first one that popped up.
You
but-
know, I don't
Was the
know why
first one
rice
that popped
pudding
up?
was mine.
Okay, let me think of another. Like,
Dig deep.
can we both just think of two more?
Yeah, all
Let's
right.
think of two more.
What else?
One thing that you would do that you would never do again.
You know, you're right. There is so many.
Oh, I think like any like impulse post is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like impulse social media posting
Oh yeah.
is like always just not a good idea.
Right. Because like after a breakup, especially when you're like trying to like prove something, you're like
Yeah.
a gym selfie.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
need that.
I'm glad you feel that way because a lot of guys do
That's
that.
like the snap filter where it's like, what's the plan
I've
tonight?
actually done that.
Okay.
Actually done that too.
Never
I've
again,
definitely
though.
done the gym selfie. Yeah, I think impulse posting, it's not great.
Yeah. Absolutely. We'll redeem ourselves here with with another segment on the show. It's all the feels. So it's like a good news story from the past, whatever. It could be like something in your life. Obviously, the single. We'll talk
Good
about
news that
that.
you got?
Yeah. Either to you, something that made you smile, and it's just kind of a feel good segment on the show. Do you have anything that comes to mind that like you either saw on social media, it happened to you?
I have a kind of random one, but so at the airport that I fly out of in Miami, there's like a greeter that kind of like walks us to the plane. And she's like, I will say probably like maybe 70 something years old, right?
Oh.
And she's very sweet. She's so adorable. And she basically was telling us about how she was going on she was dating again. She was starting to date again.
Oh, well.
And there was a few times where because she's new to like the dating app circuit, she got scammed a couple times. Not like actually
Monetarily scammed.
monetarily scammed, but she found out that guys were, like a guy would be like, here's my bank account, there's $7 million in it or whatever. And they would be asking her for money. And then she would Google them and she'd be like, oh, these are scammers.
Dang.
And so right before we like went on the plane, she was like, I have a date tonight. And she showed us a picture of the guy, and I was like, "Oh my god, like he's so cute." But then my assistant was like, "Honestly, it looked a little bit photoshopped, whatever." And so then we were kind of worried. We were like, "Oh my god, is she going to be okay on this date? Is this a scammer, whatever?" And then she texted Tori, my assistant, yesterday that the date went super well.
Oh, amazing.
And so that's good news that I heard. I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad because we were a little scared. We were like,
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't get like stood up. I hope
Yeah.
she doesn't get, I hope this guy isn't sus.
Catfishing.
And like worst case scenario is like unsafe.
Yeah, of
So
course.
yeah, I was
That's great.
so happy for Janice. Shout out Janice.
to Janice. That's amazing because we're on in Miami too. So I hope she like hears this. That'd be so
I
fun.
love Janice. She's the best.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a feel good story for sure.
Right?
Speaking of being in Miami, what's like your favorite underrated thing to do in Miami? Is there anything that you're like, because I got to get down there more. Obviously the show's on in there. So I love visiting whenever I can, but
Yeah. Favorite underrated thing? I love going to like, there's like this bakery called Pinecrest Bakery and it's open like 24 hours. And it's just like, it's very kind of like, just like, it's very chill. Like just like going out, like going to the bakery with your friends, like after you've like partied or something and getting like croquetas or like Cuban pastries at Pinecrest Bakery.
oh gosh,
It's very fun.
it's nothing like a good pastry. Especially everything tastes better at like 2 a.m., you know?
Oh God.
Like pizza or
Well,
like McDonald's or something.
yeah.
It's just elevated.
Nothing like a 3 a.m. McDonald's.
Wow,
It's like a
McChickens.
Michelin
Line 'em
star
up.
meal for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so obviously new music. What else has got you excited for the future? What are you looking forward to?
I'm so excited for more music from our album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't wait.
I just can't wait. And I just can't wait. I just can't wait. There's
Can't
just
wait.
so many things that I feel like just fans are just like they're just gonna have so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I love it. Well, I love that you're still out doing this stuff, you know, updating your fans on what you've been up to and in life and everything. Any last message for those fans that are hanging out today?
I love you.
Woo. Amazing.
Yeah.
Camila, thank you so much for stopping by. Can't wait to obviously have you back when everything comes out, whenever, whatever.
Yes.
And congratulations on everything. I'm so happy you're back with new music.
So happy we've reunited.
Oh, it's been a long time coming.
We made it. We made it to the
been
20s.
6
to
years.
the late 20s.
Wow. How do you feel about that?
I feel great about it.
Me too. I was going to say, I woke up this morning, I was like, I feel like 20.
Yeah,
all that
totally.
matters.
And mentally better than I was at 20. So
100%. That's what they don't tell you about.
that's what they don't tell you.
Better days are coming.
Growing up and getting older is actually, I think, like a thing to look forward to.
The goal, right?
You know more. Things stress you out less because you know more.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much better. I would never, like, trade getting older, like being 27 for being, like, 18 again. Honestly, I wouldn't.
That's all the feels right there. There's the good news story right there.
There it is.
Life, baby.
Life, baby.
Camila Cabello, thank
And
you so
Janice.
much.